Viewers, we shift our focus to yet another glaring hypocrisy of the India Bloc. This time, the duplicity had been exposed by their stand with respect to the dignity of women. As the nation outrages over the alleged gang rape of a second-year MBBS student in West Bengal's Durgapur, the Chief Minister of the state, who as the Home Minister is responsible for law and order, says women have to protect themselves. She also questioned why did the students step out of the college late at night. By the way, as per the officials of the college where this victim studied, the girl was assaulted between 8 p.m. and 9 p.m. By no stretch of the imagination this is wee hours of the morning or late at night. But does it even matter? What is it if not the worst form of victim shaming? A tendency that Mamata Banerjee, as a woman chief minister, has exhibited almost every time she faces criticism for failing to protect women in her own state. From Park Street to Hanskhali to Birbhum to Arjikor to Sandesh Khali, every rape sees Mamata Banerjee and her partymen blaming the victim instead.
How they came out in the night at 12:30, but private medical colleges also should take care for their students, and especially the girl child at night time. They should not be allowed to come out in the outside.
महिलाओं को भी अपना कॉलेज से इतना रात में निकलना नहीं चाहिए. थोड़ा पुलिस तो हर जगह पहरा नहीं दे सकता है.
So in the statistics, there will be one or two cases in a society. You cannot find any country in the world where this really doesn't take place.
You're watching the News Hour at 9, debate number 2 on Times Now, Super Prime Time.
Joining the debate, Dr. Sidhanshu Trivedi continues to be with us, as does Ashwini Kumar Mishra. Joining the debate is Advocate Niladri Bhattacharya, political analyst, supports the TMC. But my first question goes to Smita Prakash, editor I.N.D.I.A, joining the debate. Smita, there was such an outrage over women not being allowed in the first press conference held by the Afghan minister on Indian land in the Afghan embassy, which was corrected in the second press conference, but not one word from the India alliance on the statements of Mamata Banerjee for the nth time shaming the victim of a gang rape, a purported gang rape in Durgapur. Does that sound hypocritical to you?
And not just that, not even from the women's organizations who talked about, who talked about the first one, about the press conference, but did not mention it to the other. Now, there are some possible explanations. I'm not making excuses, but just trying to understand the social dynamics as to why these discrepancies occur and why this selective condemnation, why does that happen? And all I can think of is, because I've been racking my brains as to why, and all I can think of is that, maybe these organizations and these activists and these very militant women journalists, they are embedded in either the political parties or subtly in political parties, or they lean towards this socio-economic system which makes them selective. I'm not saying it's excusable. I'm just trying to figure out why they do this. And when they navigate these partisanal dynamics, it makes it difficult for them to, get out of these paradigms. And the reasons could be things like salaries. It could be something so silly as funding or advertising for their news organizations or for their NGOs. There are several algorithms at play, and that's all I can think of. And then there's the clarity factor. The Taliban, the ban was clear that, okay, women out, men inside. So it is visible to the human eye as to who is barred. And it's easy to galvanize people around these kind of things. But whereas when these statements come from politicians, and they are repeat statements, they are repeat offenders of these. So, and these casual normalization, which they make. These subtly blame victims, they moralize over women's behavior, and unfortunately it happens so many times that people don't criticize it and they don't
and look at but look at Smita, look at the way they normalize it. Mamata Banerjee says it, Kakoli Das Dastidar says that rapes to hote rehte hain or something to that effect, but not one word from Priyanka Gandhi Vadra, not one word from Rahul Gandhi, not one word on Sandesh Khali, RG Kaur, Birbhum or Park Street or now Durgapur. Why? Ashwini Kumar Mishra, ladki hu lad sakti hu, not in Bengal, because that is territory of another alliance partner, so we don't comment.
No, Navika ji. Everywhere women should be protected, be it Bengal, be it Manipur, be it Uttar Pradesh, be it any state. And what I read from Mamata ji's statement is, she said that students should not be allowed late night, especially girls. And I can relate it because I studied from I.N.D.I.A Surathkal, and all these colleges are mostly in remote areas. Where you...
Oh, so you relate to it. So you are saying that you second it. You relate to it. Mamata ji ne jo kaha wo sahi kaha. Isiliye, wah wah, kamal kar di. We are talking about 2025. Sudhanshu Trivedi ji, God forbid if something like this had happened in a BJP ruled state, would they have had this kind of a statement? Now, women... लड़की हूं लड़ सकती हूं डज नॉट मैटर, लड़कियों को तो निकलना ही नहीं चाहिए.
When Mamata ji said that late in the night is not safe for girls or ladies, in that case I would like to ask, though you have mentioned it, are the girls safe in a medical college in daylight? Are the women safe in Sandesh Khali in the daylight? Are the women safe in the other Arjikar college in the daylight? It's not the issue. The problem is Mamata ji has given a statement, but I would like to quote a senior Congress leader and the minister in the Ashok Gehlot government, Shanti Dhariwal, when the question was asked, Rajasthan is the topmost state in the rapes. What he said? Rajasthan mein rape isliye zyada hote hain ki mardon wala pradesh. Then how you expect Priyanka Gandhi and Rahul Gandhi would have any iota of self-esteem to interact on that? Mulayam Singh's famous statement, ladke hain, galti hai, ho jaya karti hai, that's a different thing. But one thing you have raised, very appropriate. On Taliban issue, Navika ji, I would like to remind, in the Press Freedom Index, Taliban rule Afghanistan was over and above India and they were cherishing it. How bad is press freedom in India? And China was 30 steps ahead of us. And those who are saying that the woman is not got that place, this place, in Waqf board, how many women were there? We provided a constitutional positioning for one woman in every Waqf board and they went to the court against it. How many women are in Muslim Personal Law Board? Maybe one or two. But then there is no issue. On the issue of the respect of women and rape, I would like to quote, in 2015 or 16, during the Samajwadi Party regime, there was a Muslim woman, Imrana. She was raped by her father-in-law. And you know what the Qazi has given a judgment, a Maulvi has given a judgment. Now by act of this, she has become the wife of her father-in-law, so stepmother of her husband. And no one has spoken anything. Sab sajde mein the. So as far as the rape is concerned, as far as the women dignity is concerned, again I would like to remind, the beautiful state of Karnataka, there was a girl, Neha Hiramat, who was the daughter of a Congress leader, and she was stabbed. And what was the statement of the Home Minister of Karnataka? ये तो इन दोनों में आपस में दोस्ती थी, उसे गुस्सा आ गया तो उसने चाकू मार दिया. She was stabbed to death. She was stabbed badly. क्यों? क्योंकि वो चाकू मारने वाला वो स्ट्रांग वाला वोट बैंक का था. तो ये मैंने वो एग्जाम्पल्स दिए हैं. Those who have been openly, very dastardly spoken by the government. Incidents can happen in any state. That I acknowledge. But the level of reaction from the topmost level is painful.
Shocking reaction, and I want to ask you, Niladri, will you defend even this? That women should not step out after 8 o'clock? They should not study in colleges, they should just vanish from West Bengal?
Navika, to answer your question, first of all, the statement of our CM has been completely and blatantly distorted. She has very clearly said she was speaking about the security system at the private institution. What she said was, it is a hostel. It is a hostel for the students. We all know when we send our daughters and sons to hostel, there is some timings in the hostel. But the opposition has clearly distorted the whole thing by saying that women should not go out at night. She has never said it, nor she supports such kind of statement. Bengal, we do not say that women should not go. Women can go. Today we are in the 21st century. Women can go anywhere at any point of time. Every freedom is there. How can anyone stop people from going out? But what she has said is this.
How does it so happen that in every such case in Bengal, whether it is Park Street, there was a snide reference made to some sort of an affair that was going on. Same story in Birbhum. In Arjikor, we all saw what really happened over there, and we've all studied in hostels. And I've studied and lived in a hostel, 3.5 decades ago. My friend Niladri,
yes, Navika,
even at that time, there were no such timings that were given to us. Right now, we are in 2025, my friend. And you're saying that private institutions and here MBBS second year student, this is a college student being told, don't step out at night if you want your own safety. This is shirking responsibility king size and adding salt to the wounds of victims of such atrocities. What do I even say? I mean, as a woman, outrage is a very, very base emotion that one can talk about. This is not outrage. This is frustration of another level when those in power who are supposed to take care of these issues make such insensitive statements. And when the lady is herself a woman, what do you say? Other than actually breaking down into tears, what do you say? And where are the vociferous members of her own party who find fault in everything that happens in the country? Today silent? Pin drop silence? Lost your voices, my dears? Please try and find them. Another woman in your own state may need that support. Think about her. We leave it at that. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen, for joining me on the Newshour Debate. Good night. Be safe on your own. We don't know if the governments and the machinery are up to it.